South Padre Island. It's sunny, but no wind. No kiters. Still a beautiful beach. I'm here for 4 months from Ontario. I have to come down here in the winter to get away from the snow and the ice. And a lot of other people come from the northern states and from the prairies down here for the winter. I'm lucky to stay for the 4 months, and I can stay for March when the spring breakers are here, so that's a lot of fun, but they don't kite. They just drink in the bars, and a lot of bars, a lot of nice restaurants. Everything is reasonably priced, the accommodation and the bar prices and the restaurants. All you can eat fish. There's a port here that bring in the, what do they bring in, lobster? Shrimp. Yeah, it's a shrimp capital here. Normally we'd have, on a windy day, we'd probably have 30 kiters out here. We have to stay downwind of the windsurfer group that normally go in the center. But today, without a wind, I'm here all by myself. So maybe I'll just pack it in a little while and go home and get ready for dinner. Now, tomorrow being a weekend, the wind's supposed to be between 12 miles per hour up to maybe 20. That's ideal for me for a 12-meter kite. If it gets over 20, you have to go to a smaller kite, maybe a 9-meter or 10, and that's when it gets a little bit dangerous for me, being a semi-beginner. But the young guys, they like it because they can do their jumps and turns and everything else. Of course, they recover when they get injured. They're back here on the kite, on the water, within a day or two, whereas I'd have to probably take a week off. Sunday it's supposed to be nice again, and we'll get another crowd again because people do work on the Saturdays down here. If they're renting beach houses, they have to make sure the new guests get in all right. During the week, it's usually the guests that are out here kiteboarding because most of the guys in the area work, but they do come out to kite after work around 3:30 or 4, and they can kite till sunset if the wind's nice. But sometimes as the sun goes down, so does the wind, and you don't want to be caught out there in the bay when the wind goes down because you got a fair walk home. Now if you do get stuck out there about 2 or 3 miles, there's no big problem because you can always walk in. The water's still only up to your waist for the 2 or 3 miles, but when you're walking you have to shuffle your feet because there are stingrays in the sand, and if they feel you coming when you're shuffling your feet, they sort of swim off to the side. But a couple of years ago, a girl stepped on one and her leg swelled up. There's nothing you can really do about that. She came into shore and they put an ice pack on it, then they put some heat, and she was finished her kiting for the day, but she was out kiting a couple of days after that. So there's only a few, no jellyfish out here at this time of year, and that's about all. There are a few little sharks way out, but they don't bother us. I guess they're out in the main Gulf, and some of the kiters like going out in the Gulf. They do downwinders, maybe for 2 or 3 miles. If the surf's high and you get the eddy current, sometimes it gets a little bit dangerous for guys like me, so I stick to the bay. Even in a high wind, the waves are only about maybe 5 inches high, so I can cope with that. I can just feel the wind coming up a bit. Now I don't know if it's going to come up enough for us to get out kiteboarding today, but it's funny, you know, when the wind comes up, everybody seems to feel that down the bay, and maybe some of the kiters will show up and we will get out with a group before dinner tonight. Anyway, that's it from this end.